The West Coast has some of the best airports in the country. That's according to a new survey from the travel website, thepointsky.com. They found Phoenix's Sky Harbor International Airport as the best of the 30th busiest airports in America, followed by Portland, San Diego, and Salt Lake City. Conversely, the East Coast has the worst. Leading the way were all three of the New York area airports, which landed at the bottom of the rankings. SFO came in 12. For more, we turn to the KCBS Ring Central Newsline to talk with James Curry, the editorial director for the travel website, thepointsky.com. Thanks for talking to us today. What's the criteria?
Okay, well, we started by focusing on the 30 busiest airports in the United States, so no international airports were considered. Then we simply applied 10 different criteria organized under three main categories: timeliness, accessibility, and amenities.
All right. And so what sorts of amenities made the top five the top five?
Sure. In all these cases, these were things that could be measured, they could be quantified. So there were no user surveys, there was not a public opinion poll. This didn't have to do with the aesthetics. This had to do with raw numbers. So for amenities, we were looking at number of restaurants, number of lounges, the fee, if any, for Wi-Fi, and parking fees. And all told, that number those four things would create four different scores that would be applied towards the overall rank for every airport.
Yeah, we understand parking rates, parking fees at San Francisco sort of did them in, huh?
Yes, you're right. In the list of the top 30, San Francisco came in number 28 for parking fees, so very close to the bottom, beaten only by LaGuardia and JFK.
But the parking rates at SFO are much cheaper than the rest of San Francisco.
That's true, and I bet you there are people who would try to have you park your car there and take public transit instead.
If only it was close enough. So I see that the East Coast airports didn't do so well, especially the large ones. Tell me about that.
Well, yes, the East Coast airports did not do well. The most highly weighted category was timeliness, and that includes three things: the percentage of flight delays, the percentage of domestic flight cancellations, and the security check wait times. For New York, there were just an inordinate amount of delays and cancellations, and in some cases, a very long wait time. San Francisco, by comparison, had a very short and a very good score when it came to average security wait time. They were number 5.
The top 10, Phoenix, Sky Harbor as number 1, Portland International, San Diego, Salt Lake City, Honolulu, SeaTac, these aren't huge airports.
You're right. There's a couple things that set them apart. One is that they're all West Coast, at least the first 6 or 7. And secondly, I guess they are not considered as large as some of the other airports, but they are among the 30 most trafficked and busiest airports, so we included them.
Yeah, but it would seem a little bit easier to get on that list. I mean, San Jose and Oakland didn't make the list. Any reason?
They were not among the 30 busiest airports in the United States.
Okay. That's probably what makes them so easy to fly out of. Well, thanks very much for talking to us. Appreciate it. James Curry with the travel website, thepointsky.com.